Okay, accountability partners, it's David Halpern of Mastery Consulting. Want to talk to you about the topic of the compound effect by Darren Hardy, the book that many of you have read. You've probably seen many of you. I sent out a video as part of the accountability program, his video speaking in front of some REMAX convention for an hour. By the way, that's one of the cases where I think the video is even better than the book. So please watch or rewatch that video that I sent you. But I want to talk about it in practical English. How can we apply the principles of the compound effect to our business and running our business? Well, here's how this works. We did our last event not that long ago and had 500 some odd show ups. And how many people came up to me and said, "Oh, Dave, your business is growing. Congratulations. My goodness, look at this following." And I did a mastermind a few days ago where some folks showed up that I hadn't met before. And they're like, "We've been following you for years on Facebook and we see you over here and over there. And congratulations on your proliferation." And you know what that is? That's the 5 minutes of fame, right? That's the rock star celebrity 5 minutes of fame that doesn't tell you the real story or the true picture. In fact, if we go back only about 24 months, we had an event where we had 40 participants at the event. So what happened where it went from 40 in 2 years, suddenly it shoots to over 500. And what's amazing about it is if I look at what we're doing to build our own business on a day-to-day basis, nothing has changed. And I mean nothing. We are still doing the same mundane, relatively boring, innocuous, unsexy daily disciplines to build our business. So none of that's changed. The activities behind closed doors, the only thing that's changed is the results. The popcorn popper is going off a lot more furiously. Let's think about the popcorn popper for a minute. Business and even your marketing channels within your business are like a popcorn popper, right? You put it in the microwave, and 1 minute later, nothing's popped. So what do? Do you take the bag out and curse out the microwave? No, of course not. You know that it takes a little bit longer, so you leave it in there, and then it pops. One kernel, great, after all this effort. But you don't take it out, you leave it in. Pop, pop, and then after a period of time, suddenly the popcorn popper goes off, and you're disproportionately rewarded. And that's the way it works in business. So we literally, in my own business, this is not meant to be, I'm not really here to talk about my business, but just this is to give you an example of what works. I mean, after all, you've heard me say this before. There are coaches out there that, they quit what they're doing for a living in order to become coaches. Now, how is that going to help you in your business? For me, I believe my job as a business coach is to model it for you. I think it's really important that my business grows faster than your business, as weird as that sounds, because people don't do what people say, people do what people see. The best way I can teach anybody how to build a business is to do it myself and say, look over here. Some of the stuff we're doing works great, some of it, not so much, but just model what we're doing. So here's what we're doing, if you don't mind me sharing. How does this compound effect work for us? Well, to be honest, we've only been doing 3 daily activities for the last several years. The same 3 are crucial, and it's the top of the sales funnel. It's the beginning of the sales pipeline, but we're obsessive about it. We haven't changed it. We haven't looked right or left. Here's what those 3 things are. You've heard them before in other videos. I've had some people, by the way, tell me, "You keep repeating the same stuff, Dave. We like Dave a lot, but he keeps repeating stuff." I get that a lot. And I tell people, you may have heard it, but you didn't hear it. You need to hear it again. So here goes. Number 1, we capture leads. Many of you know me and my MO. Every day I'm out collecting business cards. You know what's interesting? In a typical week, I collect more business cards than all of my clients combined. That is unacceptable. That needs to change, people. You need to go out and get business cards, or even if they're not business cards, just go get names, phones, and emails from everybody you know. Just ask them for their phones and emails. You already know them, for Pete's sakes. My objective is always 5 per day, as you know. Sometimes I get more, sometimes I get less. I'm looking at a little pile of business cards on the desk over here right now. Number 1, get more cards because we want to know that 2 and 3 years from now, the business is going to be even more robust no matter what. Okay, number 2, content to build community. So now we've got to share information about ourselves with those people. So those cards have to go in databases. Now, we do it in multiple databases, as you may know. We use LionDesk and Facebook and the Facebook business page and Instagram and LinkedIn. And someone else takes the cards for me who's on our team and puts them in all of these databases, right? But the second step is crucial, is content to build community. This is the day and age of 24/7 social media and all this kind of stuff. So we have to continuously get messages out there to people. Marketing, as you've heard me say before, is broadcasting to far more people, far more frequently, both who we are and what we do. Both who we are and what we do. So I've got to get content. And by the way, my favorite, honestly want to know what my opinion is about this? The best content delivery is daily. I mean, maybe 5 days a week is appropriate as you're building. I mean, we used to do 5 Facebook posts a day at one point, but let's just talk one. Right now, we're doing 1 a day. So it's 1 post to Facebook, which one of the people on my team takes that post and reposts it, not repost it to the Facebook business page, to Instagram, to LinkedIn, and to Twitter. So it shows on all of them, and which means that every day different people are going to see stuff. Got it? Okay. Number 2 is content to build community. Now that's where social media can be so powerful. I'm not saying if you're not doing social media, you need to. And yes, I'm working with some people that have wonderful businesses without social media. So be careful with this one here. Even social media for us, Facebook took 9 months before we got our first client, but we stuck with it. Okay. So number 2, content to build community. And number 3 is sending messages every day to seek appointments. This is all the top of the sales funnel. The messages, most of you know, it's like a 25-word message. Hi, Sue. Might you be interested in getting some information about our daily accountability, $29 a month, whatever it is, daily accountability program, blah, 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 right? Make sense? So this message goes out to, we like to do 200 to 300 a day. How do you do that many? Is what you have to have, we're 4 years into it and we have all these people in all these databases. But even if you send them out to 50 a day, you're going to start getting some inbound leads for appointments. And the message can be anything where you're looking to meet with people. It could be, hey, Sue, hope you're doing well. Any interest? Might you be interested in meeting me for, I'll treat the lattes. Want to hear a little bit about what I'm doing? That's an invite to an appointment. Short, sweet, yes or no questions. So those are the 3 things that's the compound effect for us has been nothing more than getting new cards every day and adding them to databases. Number 2 is getting content out every day, right? Even with you folks in our accountability program. Look how often I'm getting content out to you. It's almost 7 days a week, right? That's how you build community. And then the 3rd step is continuously send out messages for new people to get inbound leads for appointments, right? So what the point of all this is, it is the mundane, unsexy daily activities that build your business. And the way the results work is, even if you're working 8 or 9 or 10 on the Richter scale, very hard, and getting no pops at the beginning, that's normal. Just like it took us 9 months to get a client out of Facebook. It was literally you work at this level and then there's a pop and you're like, no big deal. Why'd I do this? And then there's a pop. But over time, it becomes disproportionately heavy and healthy. So my question for you today is, how can you apply the principle of the compound effect to your business and be super disciplined about the 1 or 2 or 3 marketing channels you're doing so that it's just a matter of time. The key to you is not to have an affair on your marketing channel. It's not to get bored, ODD, ACD, like we are today with this 24/7, newsreel or the life we're living right now where we're impatient. And if something doesn't pop in 1 minute, we want to go do something else. We've got to stick with it with determination. Hope this message is really helpful to you and look forward to seeing you all around the block.